When you and I had an earlier conversation, you mentioned Copilot felt half-baked at first. What lessons did you learn from those early disappointments, and how should other leaders manage expectations around AI tools?
Yeah, well, after my introductory talk about baking, I think it's funny if you're talking about half baked for Copilot. There's a little bit of debate among my peers about this. Some people say it seems like Microsoft is just putting alpha software on us. They're throwing these things out there. They don't even work yet. They're just making us do their debugging for them. And I take a little bit different view of that. While it can be at times frustrating for end users to have features that don't work that well yet, something like AI, if they waited until it was perfect, you just never get there. It's just
Yeah.
this technology that's moving so fast. I'd rather that they get it in there early and let the user community be a part of determining how best to make it work. Otherwise, they're just doing this in this, incubator, this vacuum of what do we think users will use and how they will use it. And then we think it's already fine, we put it out there. So I think that's okay. But you just have to go in with this expectation. And so both as a technologist, I have to understand what can it do and what does it not do yet? Where is it headed, but where is it still falling short? And then to also do some expectation setting with the users that I'm inflicting this technology on. If they think that it's all going to do all this stuff for them and it's just going to work right out of the box, they're going to be disappointed with the first time they
Oh yeah.
try it. And so like you said, when I very first started using it, I had bigger expectations of what it was going to be able to do. I thought, hey, if you're inside of an Office 365, Microsoft 365 application, you should be able to do anything that app could do. And you start talking to it. And more often than not, I got the reply back, I don't know how to do that, but I can tell you how to do it, or I don't actually have any access to your data. But if I did, here's what I would do. So it's sort of still in that state. I think it's doing way more than it did a year ago,
Yeah.
but there are still places where it seems to be a bit disconnected. For instance, you might be one of the things that I tried to make it do was, hey, I want to think through creating a PowerPoint. And I've got this document here. Can you turn it into a PowerPoint presentation? And it says, sure, I can do that. Just upload your document. Oh, where's the upload? Oh, it didn't have an upload feature yet. Well, once I finally got the text pasted in, it said, okay, here are your slides. Great, put it in PowerPoint. Oh, well, I don't actually have access to PowerPoint, but you can copy and paste it into PowerPoint. That's kind of where some of those things happen. But what's cool about it is that Microsoft's moving so fast. They keep working on this that just about the time that you tell the users it doesn't do that yet, you get an update and it does. And so it's kind of like the weather in Oklahoma. If you don't like it, wait around a little bit. It changes in an hour.